come here and have a look at the operations and discover these absolutely incredible astronomical advances and all these things that you and I, maybe I'm assuming that you don't understand it, but you and I don't assume. I don't think we understand exactly what they do. So let's chat a little bit to the students and to Dr. Molapo Qobela, who is the CEO of the National Research Foundation. So nice to have you here on the program. Welcome.
Thank you, Leanne.
Absolute pleasure.
Wonderful.
Let me introduce our students as well that are with us here this morning. We've got Motsoaledi, a PhD astronomy student. Lovely to have you with us.
Thank you, so good to be here.
And Itumeleng Monageng, PhD, also astronomy student. Good to have you here as well.
Thank you.
Fantastic. All right, I'm going to first start with you. Let's chat about this industry and how you're seeing the influx of young students coming into it. How is it looking?
It's
in terms of
amazing.
numbers? Is it good?
It's amazing, Leanne. You recited where we started with SALT.
Yes.
These two young people are the future in more ways than one. The gentleman on the right, I'm sure he says he's going to be the next director of the SAO.
Yes.
And you give him 10 or 15 years. The lady to my right says that she wants to be the next professor at UCT. We are doing small things, but we are doing them big. This particular industry, together with other aspects of science, I think is what we are here for as the National Research Foundation, and we are here to make sure that the future is always brighter than yesterday.
All right, now let's move on to our students now. I can't call you doctor yet. We had this conversation yesterday, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Last night we had this lovely conversation where you never ask a student when she's going to qualify. So I'm not going to ask you that, but you're there. You're almost there. What made you want to come into this industry of astronomy?
So, as a young child in primary school, I've always been very curious about the night sky, space. I loved learning about it, and I always wanted to learn more. And funny enough, about 13 years ago, on this very show, I was inspired by an interview of Dr. Tebe Midube, who was interviewed on Morning Live, and he is a South African astronomer, and I thought, wow, this man is happy, he's doing what he loves to do, he's passionate, and this is exactly what I want to do. So yeah, I decided I want to do it, and I've been following my dream ever since.
Hashtag. You're telling me that an interview here on Morning Live inspired you to go and do this?
Exactly.
Boom. Now you know how many girls you're inspiring out there to come and study, because that's the reason that we're here. I mean, it's to promote it, it's to talk about these secrets, because it seems like a secretive world that you're all involved in and you're all studying, and how amazing it is. But I want to know how amazing it really is. I mean, what do you see? What is it that you're learning about and you're looking at on a daily basis?
Oh, it is amazing. So my research interests are on stellar astrophysics. So I study the so-called binary stars. So these are made up of a massive star, so an early type star, which is like very massive, about 30 times the mass of the sun. And its companion is an evolved star. And there's a lot of interaction going on with these two bodies. So we're trying to understand what's really going on by collecting data using these telescopes over here.
Yeah. How often do you visit SALT and do work here?
So we don't get we don't get our own data from SALT. We apply for time, and then the SALT astronomers get the data for us.
Okay.
But we do come to the smaller telescopes and do our own observing. I come very often for a PhD student, about 6 or 7 times a year.
Okay.
For about 1 to 2 weeks at a time.
Lovely. And
Yes.
you do the same. I mean, you come here and you've got strange lives, I have to tell you. You're kind of all around in the day, and then I see you having supper at 6:30, and then you work through the night.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then breakfast at 1 p.m.
I love it. Just finally, I want to end off by talking about the funds and helping students that want to get into this. You more assist the honours students, is that correct?
We assist students from honours to masters to PhD. We also run science advancement, which allows young people who are in high school to get exposed to science, the beauty and the majesty of science, so that they can be inspired and become the future professors, the future academics, the future researchers at facilities such as these. And so these two young people would have received bursaries, scholarships from the NRF for them to do their honors, masters, and now doing their PhD.
Lovely.
They tell me, Leanne, that next year they're going to do postdocs.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Does it ever end? It never ends.
Never ends.
Never ends. We're so proud of you. Thank you so much. And well done. Keep up this amazing work that you're doing. Our future astronomers and doctors and whatever else you're going to discover for us. We can't wait. And Dr. Kubela, thank you very much for being
Thank
with
you.
us as well. He's the CEO of the National Research Foundation. We're going to